Hey everybody, Chris here with experttexan.com, and just wanted to share this really cool tool that I recently started working with. And it is an investment tool that if you are not familiar with, you're relatively new to the world of investing and to stocks, and you want a little bit of a helping hand to get started, this is a fantastic tool for anybody like that. It's also good for people who, even if you're not new to the world of investing, but you want a tool that does some of the groundwork, the foundational research for you into some of the best stocks based on your preferred portfolio and your preferred strategy, then this tool is also great for you. It gives you a helping hand and kind of gets things started for you so that you don't have to start from scratch. And it's also great for automating your investments because once you select a strategy and you've reviewed the recommended portfolio from Aikido stock investment tool, then it automates the investments for you. And so you just connect your brokerage account if it's one that works with Aikido, and then it'll automatically invest in those stocks for you based on the parameters that you set in place for your investment strategy. And so it's really good for anybody like that. We're going to jump in here real quick. I will say that the thing that it is not good for is if you already have a portfolio, you cannot import it into the Aikido tool, so it's not really a tracking tool per se. And the second thing is if you do not have a brokerage account that currently integrates with Aikido, you'll have to do the investment part manually on your own. So that being said, we're going to just go through here real quick. This is Aikido.finance, and comes to the homepage here, automated investing, and it starts giving you a breakdown of what it does. And basically it tells you right here, it invests with algorithms, is data driven, it's quick and easy, and it is performant. And so if you scroll down, continuing here, it shows you that this Aikido strategy, if you invested 10,000 20 years ago, would be worth 332,000 today. And that's based on back-tested returns. So 17.69% average annual return and a 3,221% gain. And it shows you here, if you had invested in this particular strategy versus the S&P 500, what your returns would be. And so it just gives more information about how it works. You connect your broker, you pick a strategy, and you create a portfolio, and it automates the process for you. And of course, the argument as to why to use a tool like this, because Wall Street, of course, uses algorithms. As we all know, pretty much everything these days is computer and algorithm driven. And so tools like this are going to become more prevalent over time to give you an upper hand, or at least an equal or semi-equal hand in your trading strategies. And so I do agree that it could save you hundreds of hours of work. And yes, it definitely can allow you to invest effortlessly. I don't really think there's anything here that's misleading in any of their claims. Everything does seem to be, in my experience so far, on the up and up. And so it tells you a little bit more about some of the tools that they have, algorithmic trading strategies, and how to learn more. Auto rebalancing, you can learn more about that, and so on. This gives you a few more of their trading strategies that you can pick from once we jump up here. So we are going to go and click view all of their strategies. And this is going to give you a breakdown of the various strategies that they offer, and you can filter it. So if you want a high return, you want balanced, or you want low volatility, and when you want it rebalanced, and also any factors such as value, quality, health, persona, technical, dividend, or volatility. And you can also sort by risk, Sharpe, or return, and it gives you all the information on those various strategies. You can also look at some crypto stuff, and you can automatically invest a set amount in the coin of your choice, like create DCA, and get started with that. With the main stock strategy here, we'll just go ahead and look at high return, at rebalancing quarterly. Change it to yearly. Well, we'll just do that one then. All right. So here is a couple of different strategies that you can invest in, and it gives you a breakdown of each one. Average return 24%, 17.99%, 17.89%, and so on. And you can click here and it will give you a little bit more of a breakdown of what is going on here. So it has 15 stocks with strong gross profitability and low valuations, and it's rebalanced monthly, and the strategy has long-term outperformance over the S&P 500. And so you can then create a portfolio based off of this strategy, and it shows you here the stock growth over the years. And it gives you more of the strategy metrics in terms of more of a breakdown: highest annual return, the average risk, with the benchmark being 16.10%. The strategy algorithm, how often it's rebalanced, and which markets and industries, and additional filters. And it shows you here that it is recommending for this particular portfolio, and tells you other related strategies as well. And so if you were to click create portfolio, it is going to jump in here, and we can either connect a broker or we can do it manually. I do not yet have a broker connected. If you were to click this, it would ask you to connect I believe it's called Interactive Brokers, which I do not currently have an account with them. So you would have to go in and link this account with Interactive Brokers. This is the only brokerage company that they currently integrate with. On their site, they do indicate that they are working on adding additional companies, brokerage firms to this tool so that you can connect more brokers, which would be nice, seeing as I don't necessarily want to connect or create an account with Interactive Brokers. I'm not familiar. I have a couple other brokers that I would like to see connected with this tool. So this just gives us a portfolio name. They just defaulted to Sparkling Dark. This to Expert Texan Portfolio. We'll click next. And this is going to give us options if we want to have impact add-ons to determine the type of strategy and the companies that we include. So if you want to go eco-focused in this particular scenario, you can do that. As of right now, we'll click skip impact add-ons. And then you can also select the amount that you want to invest. So if you were going to invest 10,000, it's going to automatically default to default. We'll default it to US dollars and click next. And here it's going to give us the various stocks that it is recommending based on that strategy that we selected that we should invest in, as well as the breakdown of how much we should invest in each stock based on our initial investment amount of $10,000. Now, depending on the investment strategy that you select, you can do lower amounts than 10,000. Some I think you can do as low as like 500 or 1,000. And I think I did one maybe even for 100, and it broke it down as well. So you can select different stocks, and if you want to opt out of some of these stocks, you can. You could just click this that you do not purchase the stock in your broker. Otherwise, you can and select all of these stocks. And so when you select buy all, it's going to say that it's completed with 15 holdings, and you can go ahead and click confirm portfolio that you purchased this. All right, and it's going to show you right here that your Expert Texan portfolio right here created on the 17th of March, and the next rebalance date in 30 days on the 17th of April, when you need to recheck the stocks that you've invested in and see if any changes are recommended for this particular portfolio, for this investment strategy. But it's going to tell you the return on these investments based on what you paid for each stock and the total amount that you've invested in each company. And of course, you can click through to each of these companies as well to get overview and a more detailed breakdown of each of the stocks that you are invested in. So if there's any news to be displayed, it'll be displayed here. It'll tell you all the technical details, any dividend information, the quality, the value, and the overview, and of course the stock chart. And so This is a really convenient way to be able to streamline and kind of speed up your investment research. Now, obviously, I went through that pretty quickly, and in a real life scenario, I would probably look at each of those recommended stocks real quick just to get a better understanding of each one. Also, to make sure that it shouldn't be an emotional thing, and I'm not an investor or I'm not trained on investments or anything, but in my personal experience, it shouldn't ever be an emotional decision. It should always be calculated based on the numbers and the information you have based on the company that you're investing in. But at the same time, I don't tend to invest in companies that I don't align with my personal beliefs, and the strategy or the products maybe conflict with things that I would rather not have my money invested in. And so that's not the case for everybody, but I would tend to go through and look at each of those companies real quick to see what they are, what their products are, where the company is going, and so on and so forth. But in general, if you're just playing by the numbers, so far this does appear to be a pretty solid stock strategy tool, and certainly can help you automate a lot of stuff. And like I said, get the foundational research out of the way so that you don't have to start from scratch looking for these companies with these returns over any given period of time. And so this tool really does automate a lot of that for you. And so when you click through into each one of these, and you can create an account and come in here and play with these, and I'll have the link in the description of this video if you want to get this tool. There's two options at the time that I'm making this video. One is you can get a lifetime deal for this tool, which is what I have. And so you pay one monthly recurring charge, and it locks in this tool for you, as well as any future updates to the tool. And so I'll share the link with that below to where you can get that lifetime deal on this tool, a recurring subscription. If you don't want to do the lifetime tool, I'll have a second link in the description, which will be give you the opportunity to sign up for a free trial and check the tool out. And then if you like it, then you can go ahead and get the subscription for the tool if you want to use it going forward. But again, you can click into each of these various strategies and you can create the portfolio right from there. And again, it'll give you the breakdown of each of the companies that you would be investing in. And you can click each one of these links, or you can even go up here. And for instance, we could say we want to take a look at the Netflix stock. And so we put in the Netflix NFLX, and it's going to show us a screen here, which is going to display all the information for that stock that we want to look into. Now, the only thing that I would say is a downside on this, which I mentioned previously, is that you cannot manually add this to a portfolio. So let's say you wanted to automatically invest in something that was not in one of their recommended strategies. This tool currently does not allow you to do that. And so that is one of the downsides to this tool, in my opinion, is that it really doesn't replace your brokerage account. This is really geared specifically for automated strategies, even though it does allow you to do additional research on just everyday stocks. And so, but there's nowhere here where I can click to add this stock to any of my strategies or to automate my investment through my connected brokerage firm. And so in that regard, this really is just a quick research tool to give you a snapshot, though I do like how the information is laid out and it's very easy to read and understand. The UI is very, very clean. I do like that a lot compared to a lot of the investment tools and brokerage accounts that I currently use. This is a lot cleaner and a lot simpler to just get a snapshot of what's going on with this particular company. So that is pretty much it. Up here, there are a couple different buttons. You can click on their plans. You can click on Learn, which is going to take you to their blogs. And it's going to have a lot of helpful information about the tool, but not just about the tool, but also about investing in general. And of course, it takes you to their help desk, their FAQs, and more information there. You can also select plans, and this is going to show you which plans they have available. They have a free plan and they have a $99 yearly plan, or you can go with their $10 a month monthly plan. That's assuming that you do not go with the lifetime deal in the event that that's no longer available at the time that you're watching this video, or you just don't want to go with that option. Then there is the company screener, which is right here. And this is going to allow you to filter various options. So most capitalized, top gainers, top losers. So we can look at all-time lows. And if we were to look at all-time lows, we could look at what those all-time lows are and just kind of check out some of these different stocks here. And then you can click through into each one to get a better understanding of why they are at record lows and whether or not it's a good company to pick up or not. Or if they're just going to keep going down the drain until they become a penny stock or go bankrupt. And then, of course, the portfolios that you have already set up. So this one, I set up a manual portfolio for Expert Texan Portfolio, and this is a quick way to get back to it. And you can set up a new stock portfolio from right here, where, again, it's going to ask you to pick a particular strategy. And then once you pick a strategy, go back through the same steps we just went through. So hopefully you found this information helpful. They do have a little chat box down here if you ever need assistance, but this is pretty much it. It's a very simple but powerful tool in my opinion. I think I'm going to keep this one and I'll probably use it for my own investment strategies just because of the amount of time it does save me. And then hopefully sometime this year, that they stick to their word and that they add additional brokerage firms, and hopefully they add one of the ones I'm currently using so I don't need to get set up with this interactive brokerage account. In the meantime, I'll just do the manual investment recommendations. So again, thanks for tuning in to this Expert Texan video, and hopefully this information helps you with your investment strategies going forward. And if you want to see more videos like this, then click subscribe below.